And is this a setback for free speech? A controversial documentary on the men's rights movement has had screenings in Melbourne cancelled after a petition claimed the film was misogynistic propaganda. The Red Pill.
What's up, YouTube? Today we're covering the feminist war on free speech. So let's get into it, shall we?
A woman to look at whether feminism has demonised men for their masculinity. The filmmaker found many of the arguments from the men's rights movement convincing and reveals this in the documentary. I'm going to throw this one to you, Denise. Do you think that this should be banned?
No, I do not. I think it's a woman, a feminist, did the film, so it's her point of view, and it's also about the men's movement, of what they're thinking. I'd love to see it.
Well, we wouldn't have known about it if it hadn't been banned from this Palace Cinema in Melbourne.
Can we finish this and can we go back to Dream World again, because I've got a comment to say. Anyway,
but yeah,
I'd like to see this film.
Well, the great irony with this film, I mean, talk about an own goal. Like, not only is it chilling that someone could actually think in their head that in a democracy something should be banned just because they disagree with it. Like, they say, oh, it's misogynistic propaganda. Well, so what? You don't have to see it. You don't have to.
Have they even seen?
Exactly. Like, so what if you disagree with it? There are plenty of things that the feminist movement says that I disagree with too. You don't see me trying to silence them at all, do you? The point is, there's only one real reason why the feminist movement will want to silence it. Like, they can say it's misogynist propaganda, whatever, but we all know the real reason. And it's because the Red Pill movie tells the truth. And it's exposing secrets that the feminist movement does not want to see. So, if you're a feminist out there and you want the Red Pill movie banned because you're claiming it's misogynistic, well, I'm going to take a line from one of my commenters and officially accuse you ladies of being a man-hater. Because you made it perfectly clear you want men to just shut up and take it. That's basically what you want. You don't want men basically exposing you for what you are doing or telling men what they're going through because of the feminist movement. That's literally it.
But
is there a difference between if you're disseminating things that are wrong, say an anti-vax type movie where science is not with it, and versus an opinion-based thing like this, which is...
But even anti-vaccination propaganda...
That's what I mean. So this is different in terms of... Because you can't refute it. You can say, well, this is your opinion on how feminism lies and where the men's rights movement is. So really, you're allowed to have your say on that.
I just think it's really scary when we start banning things because we don't like the content.
It's really, really scary.
Of movies.
It's up there with book burning, and we know what that turns into. And also,
fascism.
It's incredibly stupid because, firstly, it plays into the narrative of the men's rights groups, nutters, who say that there's this incredibly oppressive feminist force that is suppressing men's voice. And this actually proves them right. This actually proves them completely
and you're
right.
You're also sort of saying you're too stupid to make up your own mind. We're so worried that you're so stupid that if you watch this film, you will be swayed.
And that's right. And it also gives them acres of free publicity. I mean, we're all talking about it now. If the film had just been screened, no one would be talking about it.
Can I say something here?
Sure. Go.
Well, yes, it would be good to see the movie, but it's... I mean, looking here, it talks about people who are pro-rape racists in the film. We have no problems, as we should not, banning people from visiting Australia preaching hate. Aren't these people preaching hate who are in this film?
Well, we don't know.
But though obviously some people have seen it.
No, the bit about the pro-rape, the guy said if he was in a court, in a jury, and there was overwhelming evidence that the rape occurred, he'd still vote not guilty.
Now, obviously, that guy.
But he didn't say that in the movie. He said this in a previous. So he's got form, but still.
So yeah, I must say I disagree with you guys.
You think it should be banned?
Well, yes, I do, because
So
I
people
think
should
if
be able
it
to say,
does,
"F
no,
you,
no,
Fred
no, no.
Nile."
I think if it does, no. I think if it offends, intimidates, or insults people, and it is.
Who cares if insulting? Like, don't feminists like insult men all the time by saying, "Hey, men only want one thing. Men only think with their, you know what," or "We don't need men anymore. Men are worthless. The future is female." We see women say that all the time here because of the feminist movement. And yet we're supposed to be expected to just ignore it, even though how extremely sexist it is. For some reason, we say something that, hey, a woman might not like. Oh, we're supposed to be silenced. Well, hate to break this to you, Madam Feminist, but when you're supporting the ban of the Red Pill movie, guess what? You're literally adding more to men's case on how feminists like yourself are treating men like second-class citizens. You are. And the reason why is because you're violating a man's constitutional right to freedom of speech. The exact same way men have been saying their constitutional right to freedom of speech has been violated. I myself have had my constitutional right to choose what I believe in violated by the feminist movement when I was told straight up by a church community, a Christian church by the way, that I was a part of since 2016 to 2024, that I would not be allowed to volunteer to serve God at that church in a way I find enjoyable unless if I agree to parent full-grown adult women who I have no legal obligations to at all whatsoever. And the excuse was so women could feel a certain way. Well, to every feminist who's out there, we don't make decisions based on feelings, because feelings change based on the moment at the time. We make decisions based on facts and logic, because facts and logic are consistent regardless of feelings.
Matter of public interest. I have no problems with this being
People
banned.
just got to stop being so hypocritical. You can't just say, let's ban it because I don't like what's in it, you know? Like, on one hand,
Well,
we
then
can't
why
say, you know,
do
it's
we
great.
ban people from visiting here saying we don't like what you're saying?
Because it's inciting hate.
But you could argue that this film incites
But we haven't seen the film. We haven't seen the film. When Muslim clerics, extreme Muslim clerics are coming out and saying that all Jews should be exterminated, bad. When men are saying, well, we feel oppressed because of these reasons, I think that's fair enough. People should be able to have their say. And these safe spaces and this kind of, blanket ban on things because it might upset people, it's appalling.
No, but this has been described, the people in this, as the sexist cesspit of the internet.
Who cares?
I do,
who
because
cares?
if what they're saying incites hate against women, I don't think that should be
things-
something that's in the film.
No, you don't have to agree with it, but it doesn't mean you can ban it. If someone's coming here saying kill women, that's a problem. That's no good. If someone's coming here saying, you know what, men should have more rights, or feminists are, oppressing us, or or they're sexist or have stupid views or whatever, that's not hate speech. That's just people being idiotic.
And it should be a discussion.
I would disagree with that.
Anyway, we'll never know because it's been banned.
Okay, and just to let you know, the feminist in this panel, she already mentioned she never even seen the movie and she wants it banned. Because, for no reason, because in the narrative it says men talking about how they believe they're being oppressed by the feminist movement. Like I said before, everybody, if you want to ban so much that badly, if you want to stop men from talking about how they're being oppressed by the feminist movement, then guess what? That, to every feminist who's out there, that is a cut and dry confession that these men are telling the truth. and that feminists out there are, in fact, oppressing men and violating their rights. They are not promoting gender equality. They may say they are, but their actions say something much different, as was demonstrated by this feminist on this panel. Because after all, if the feminist movement was really about gender equality, they would make it perfectly clear that trying to violate someone's constitutional right to freedom of speech is a historically horrific and appalling practice that we will not be a part of. But as you can see, the feminist movement, the feminist on this channel, is not doing that. She's supporting the idea of violating men's constitutional right to freedom of speech.